Hey guys, what is up? Above Ordinary here with Desert Tech, Scap Savius, and BetaServer.
Give
Today
me
we're
a
doing another
B.
map update, and these guys
B.
are making Scap a cheerleader apparently. But so this is map update 20%. This is part 2, and this is what we have so far. Could you set time today, please?
Sure.
Okay. So basically what we have here is a 100% functional game so far.
It's not 100%.
Give me an
Well, it's
A.
functional. So this is the setup of the
Yep.
oh, I'm not going to say that word. This is the setup of the battle, and what this is AND gates hooked up to an RS NOR latch, basically saying, well, whose turn is it? So if this is on, when this side is powered, oh, it is player's turn. So I press the button, it's the player's turn. So basically it goes up here, turns off all of these AND gates, all of these sides to the AND gates, saying, well, there's an AND gate in here and an AND gate in here, saying basically it's your turn to move. You can do whatever you want, and as soon as you press the button and do what you need, then it's the opponent's turn. So Dez, let me get out of here real quick, and then you can press the button and we'll look at the redstone. Choose whichever one you want to do.
I'm gonna go with Shaboom. Attack 1.
So he did attack 1,
Damn it.
and his attack missed. So basically what happens is it goes through here. This will be set to on. It'll go all the way through here, determine whether the attack was a hit or a miss, and then how much damage the attack does. So it'd be normal, the second amount of damage, and then the third amount of damage. Go through
Should I explain how this works? Because
through
I
here.
helped
Yeah,
make it.
yeah.
Okay,
Since
so
you made it.
what it's going to do is it's going to randomly select one of these items in this dropper. And the swords are going to have a signal strength of 3, while the wool is going to have a signal strength of 1.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So what we're doing is, let's say the right side has a signal strength of 3. It's going to go over here and turn this off, and then it's going to do 6 damage. If both of these are turned on 3 signal strength of 3, then it'll go to all 3 of these, and that'll be a critical hit. So it'll do the combined damage of the 2 different kind of normal hits, and then an extra amount of damage, an extra amount of bonus damage.
So basically,
yeah.
it'll do 21 damage here.
If they both are 1, so if they both select the wool, then it'll go over here, and it'll do 0 damage. It'll say your attack missed. So yeah, you have 4 different amount of damage. You can get a normal low, which is 6 damage, a normal high, which is 8 damage, critical hit, which again in this instance is 21 damage, which is a lot, so it's very important to try and get crits.
Or miss, which is 0.
Or a miss, which is 0. So,
yeah.
And then for the different attacks, we can set different ratios. So this one is supposed to be sort of, there's a good chance of hitting, but it doesn't do too much damage. But then the third one, for example, it doesn't hit all that often, but it does a lot of damage.
And then the second one is about a good middle between both of them.
Yeah, it's sort of middle of the road. This one is sort of just surefire. You're almost always gonna hit.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then after that, we have this hooked up to all the outputs. It's basically one strand that goes straight down into here, goes through here, and trips the RS NOR latch over here, basically saying, okay, it's the opponent's turn to attack. So since it's the opponent's turn to attack, it goes up in through here, goes up here, and then it determines whether or not the trainer that is using it will... Oh, whoops. We didn't
use a
reset
potion.
this.
Oh, we didn't? Alright.
No, that's what's wrong.
Okay. So, for the potion, if you've played Pokemon, you know that gym leaders, for instance, if you get their Pokemon down to a low enough health, then they'll use a potion. So what we have here is, it's going to test once, or it's gonna usually test once, to see if the opponent's health is less than 20. So if it's less than 2 bars, if it is, then it's gonna heal it, and it's gonna go over here. And you'll also probably know that they can only use it once. They can't use it twice. So it's gonna go over here to this NOR latch and basically just flip it. And then after that,
I removed it.
Yeah, it'll power this, and
Making sure they
no matter
can't use
what.
it again.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we can just reset it after the match over here.
Yep. And after they've used it, it goes through here, goes down here, this strand here, resets it, basically saying the player can go first, goes through here and turns off this piston, allowing this, or not allowing this to go through, ending the turn. But if
If it does go through, it's going to go into another sort of AI. And this is going to determine, this is basically saying, okay, now they can attack.
So if they aren't at 30 and the player has a potion, then he'll use it. If they aren't, or the player doesn't have if the player
20.
doesn't have a potion, then it'll go into here and determine whether they miss, whether they do damage. And
etc.
this is not working for some reason. It's tripped and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's a little bit buggy at the moment, which is why we're not completely done with this. There's a lot still left to do, but we've mainly got all of it figured out. It's just sort of putting it into place now.
And now I can't figure out why this isn't working. But
We can
we'll look at
figure it out later, yeah.
And
So do you want to explain these 4 bars over here?
okay, yeah. So this bar shows how hard the Pokemon is to kill. Green, like lime green being the easiest. Going down, this would be about medium right here. And then it goes into extremely hard and then legendary. This diamond block tells you whether or not the Pokemon is a legendary. Right now we have none of the wiring done because we did this very last second. This is just this scoreboard moved down here. So this is opponent's health, player's health, tells whose turn it is. So this is the opponent's turn, this is the player's turn. And then this tells you how many Pokemon are in the opposing team's inventory, the opposing player's inventory.
Well, how
So-
many are left?
Yeah, that are left, living. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Pokemon. They can have a max of 6. As of right now, you'll only have 1, so we'll try and balance that out with the use of potions.
And just your Pokemon being a lot stronger.
Yeah. And eventually we hope to get more, or figure out a system to where you can get more. But then you just have to add more of these and more spawners, and that's a lot of work for normal release. So here's Pallet Town. We showed you guys that. Here's route.
It's a route later on.
Yeah, this is a route later on, but I forget what it's called. And then you go into Cinnabar Island. And here's the very first build of Cinnabar Island, but I think it's large enough for us to do the inventory in here.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I think it's too big,
Or
honestly.
the
But
inside, not the inventory. The inside. I don't
Yeah.
entirely know what this is as of right now, just
I think it's
because
the
I forget.
gym, is it not?
It's what?
I think it's the gym.
It might be the gym. No, the gym is right next to it, on the right side, like over here.
Alright.
But
Okay.
so
Well, let's take a
basically,
look.
that's Cinnabar Island, and then we also have. Could you turn on the grass? The test for grass.
Okay.
Wait, let me check if it's on. Nope. And then we have these grass patches hooked up to one main timer. There's going to be about 1 timer per route. There we go. That
It causes
decides
a lot of lag.
that decides basically which Pokemon spawn at what time. As you know, if you've played Pokemon, they don't change based on grass patch. They change on route, based on route. So that's just what we're going to have. We're going to have a timer in between each route saying, here's the Pokemon that can spawn here. Here are the chances that they'll spawn. Right now we have implemented a no jump effect, which is over here. And I think Beta, you were the one that did it.
No, this was not me.
It must
It
have been
was
Azza
discovered
then.
by. Yeah.
Okay, so
See-
no jumping, and I would press it. And that basically allows you to obviously not be able to jump like in Pokemon. And so that way you can't get up ledges like this. Well, obviously not like this, but edges like this because you can't jump. We added, well, we made the map to scale, or trying to make it to scale as much as possible, and we also added a turn-based system to the battle arena. What we plan on doing is having a spawn area. We have planned, as I've said before, to choose Pokemon. We also have rules of the map that we have to add, and gyms, as well as a lot of other things. But that's our to-do list right now.
What are our percentages for as far as how far we've gotten in the map?
Okay, altogether, we're about 7, this is Beta's rough estimate, 7.12837489789739817237894789478937981 723789478937981%.
It's very rough. Very rough.
That's a very, very rough estimate of where we're at
Calculation.
right now.
Yeah.
The concept is 90% done. We have 7% map of Kanto done. Not
Yeah.
Kanto. And then we have 30% of the redstone done. And as you can tell with what just happened over there, me and Beta are still working on the system. I have absolutely no idea why this was triggered, but we can find it later. So
There's a lot
anyway,
of
this has
bugs
been
to
Above
fix.
Ordinary with BetaServer and Desert Tech and Scap, even though he's AFK. And this has been Map Update Part 2 with 20% done, almost 20%. We're at 18.5% done. And we'll see you guys later for Part 3 of our map update. Later. Say bye, Beta.
See you. See
Say
you.
bye, Dez.
See ya.